Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're going to get this show started off at the 1 minute mark. Yo, let me get myself right. I got my notes. Let's, all right, y'all. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get the show started off the right way. Run that intro.
How you living? What? How you living? What? How you living? What?
And live in color.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of GQTV. And I am your host, yours truly, the one and only, your girlfriend's favorite YouTuber himself. I am the man, GQ Jamal, y'all. And I'm sorry. Let me scoop my screen up a little bit. Let me get myself right. There we go. There we go. There we go. I am the man, GQ Jamal, y'all. And this is where we review, pay homage, and just talk about shows and movies from both past and present, y'all. I hope everyone is having a great week. I hope everyone is having a great summer so far. We're in the middle of July. We're in the middle of July, middle of summer. I hope everyone is having a great summer break, wherever you are. I hope everyone's just enjoying their summer with your loved ones. Hope everyone's having a great month, a great week. Hope everyone's doing well with themselves. And like in every video I put out to y'all, present to y'all, dish to y'all, I just have to say thank you. Thank you again for tuning in by watching this video. I really appreciate it a lot. Yo, make sure y'all go subscribe to my YouTube channel right now. That is GQ Jamal, y'all. Hit that notification bell. Check out all of my work. Check out all of my content. Make sure y'all go leave some comments, drop some love, like my videos, share my content. I really appreciate it if you do. Sorry, y'all. Let me fix my screen a little bit. Make sure. Sorry, I'm moving my screen up a little bit. Anyway, in today's video, I've been always wanted. I always wanted to like talk about this film. I always wanted to like review it. Just talk about it in general. I grew up with this movie. This is one of my mom's favorite movies to watch. She actually wanted me to like review or talk about this like movie in like a while ago, but I just never got around to like just doing a video about it. I was actually supposed to do an episode about this movie like a while back, but I put it off. But now finally today I'm going to talk about it, just share my thoughts. In today's episode, we're just going to talk about it. We're just going to talk about the five heartbeats starring Robert Townsend and Leon. The Five Heartbeats. Five Heartbeats is a cult. It's another cult classic. Another great movie, in my opinion. It's another excellent movie. Another like great like musical movie. Believe it or not, it was like a few years ago. It was like a few years ago. I thought, hey, I thought the Five Heartbeats was like a real group, like for real. Like I thought this was like a real group, but it's actually like based off. Um, it's actually based off the Dells, the Temptations, Jack what's it, James Brown, and other musical acts in the '60s and '70s who were like real popular. But the Five Heartbeats is just a great film in my opinion. It's a cult classic, especially in the black community. I got nothing but love for you, baby. I got nothing but love for you, baby. I got nothing but love. Hey, choir boy, choir boy, go to church, go to church. I got nothing but love. Yo, hey, choir boy was like one of my favorites from the Five Heartbeats, but he was one of my favorite characters. But yeah, Five Heartbeats, man. The first time I watched the Five Heartbeats, my mom had it on video, had it on video. So of course, and I had no business watching the Five Heartbeats as a kid, but as I um as I got older, it's still a great movie. Hey, the Five Heartbeats is like I said, it's based off like the Temptations, the Dells, James Brown. It just tells like a story of like um music five singers that's in a group. So each one of these singers had like an interesting story, you know. But before I talk more about the Five Heartbeats, Robert, I want to talk about Robert Townsend. First time I like watched something from Robert Townsend. For those who don't know, Robert Townsend co-wrote this movie. He co-wrote this movie along with Keenan Ivory Wayans, who it's an inspiration, big inspiration of GQTV. Um I love his body of work. He's a creator of A Living Color. But Keenan Ivory Wayans and Robert Townsend, they wrote this movie, and Five Heartbeats was just a great movie. Had a great storyline. Um, what else? Robert Townsend, he he's a, to me, he I think he's a great writer. He starred in Hollywood Shuffle, which came out in like 1987, I believe, and Partners in Crime. And then first time I seen anything from first time I seen anything from Robert Townsend was Meteor Man, I think. No, no, first time I seen anything from Robert Townsend was the Five Heartbeats. I was like little, and Five Heartbeats was like one of the like first 10, maybe 15 movies I remember watching growing up. Then then after that, I see Meteor Man. um, I think that was like the first black superhero movie. Then Robert Townsend did. He had his own show on the WB called The Parenthood. That it had like 5 seasons. It ran from like '95 to '99, along with the Wayne brothers. But I thought that show was decent. It was alright. It was alright show. I watched it on HBO Max. It was decent. It was solid. It's like just a show for me to like go to sleep to. No, but Robert Townsend is pretty just talented, a talented entertainer. Sorry y'all, I keep like moving my screen camera. But yeah, I think he did a great job just writing the Five Heartbeats. To me, this is his best body of work in my opinion. Five Heartbeats and great, great story. Great acting from all the actors and actresses who was in this movie. And we're just gonna talk about the five heartbeats. I'm gonna do my best by not like telling no movie, but I've seen the five heartbeats a million times, so it's gonna run smoothly talking about it. So it's gonna flow natural. So so yeah, the five heartbeats for those who haven't like watched the five heartbeats before. Like I said, it's about um five like young black um inspiring aspiring like singers who just loves singing and wants to like make it in the music world. So so the group like faces like each one of the like the members they face like trials or tribulations just like in any like musical act, just like any like R&B group. Five Heartbeats, they're R&B singers, but the movie starts off. The movie starts off. Robert Townsend, he's a star of the movie. He's a star of the movie. He plays Donald Duck Matthews. Donald, he's the leader. He's the leader of the group. He's a composer, and he also writes the group's songs. So the movie starts off. Donald is like at a beach somewhere. He's just reminiscing about the old days, and it covers like 3 decades of the group's like success or like career. So it flashbacks to like the mid 60s. The movie flashbacks to the mid 60s. They're at this gig. They're at this gig and the five heartbeats. The group members they're like getting ready for a performance, and I think three of the members are there. Three of the members are there, and two of them are nowhere to be seen. So Robert Townsend, he plays Donald Duck. Duck is Duck is his stage name. So he's the leader. He's the songwriter of the group. He's the group's song. I'm sorry. He writes the songs for the Heartbeats, and he's a composer. So he's like he's like asking everyone. He's like asking everyone like, "Yo, like um Eddie? Where's Eddie? Like Eddie's nowhere to be found." And and Eddie Eddie King is the lead singer. He's like the group's like he's not the troublemaker, but it seems like trouble always follows him. But Eddie King's like the leader of the group. He's really talented, really talented. He's a lead singer, and and we find Eddie like playing cards, and he's like hustling. He's like hustling, and so he's like hustling people. Then they find out that he's like cheating. They find like he's cheating. So Eddie like breaks out. Eddie breaks out and he gets chased by these guys. And the guys like shoot him, try to shoot him. But no, but Michael Wright, he plays Eddie King. He does a great job playing Eddie King. Like King nobody saying like Eddie King, like you want my spot flash? Hmm? You want my spot flash? Hmm? But no. But then we see Leon in the '90s was that guy, along with Wesley Snipes. Along with Wesley Snipes, Leon was that guy. He was in like every like black movie in the '90s. He was in Above the Rim, played Thomas Shepard. He was in Cool Runnings, one of my favorite like sports movies. Cool Runnings, like Cool Runnings. He was in Cool Runnings, and then he was in the Temptations. ain't nobody, ain't nobody come to see you, Otis. Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis. He played Otis from the Temptations. But yeah, Leon was that guy. Leon plays JT, um Donald's Duck's older brother. Now JT, he's a womanizer. He's a womanizer, like ladies man. And him and Duck had like this love and hate relationship. It's like he be playing my boy. He be playing my boy Duck though. Yo, JT, let's play Shy Boy. Then JT ends up like stealing the girl from Duck. But yeah, JT, yeah, he's a womanizer. Then we have Michael Wright. Not Michael Wright. I'm sorry. Harry Lennox. Harry Lennox. He was in Mo Money, and he was in Stomp the Yard and other movies. He plays Dresser. Dresser is the bass singer. He's the bass singer, and he's also the choreographer. He does dances. He teaches the group like all the dances and stuff. And also Tika Wells played one of my favorite characters, Choir Boy, like choir choir boy, choir boy. Hey, yo, choir boy, go to church, go to church. I got nothing but love. But yeah, so those are the members of the Five Heartbeats. Like we have Duck, JT, Eddie, um, Dresser, and Choir Boy. Those are the members of the Five Heartbeats. So pretty much the movie just talk about each member. They follow the lives of each member. Then at the beginning, they're at this competition. They're at this contest, so they can get noticed. In the group, like th- they're like three of the members are there. Then no, four of the members are there. Then they're still waiting for Eddie. Before the group start to like perform, Eddie comes in all late, and he just starts to perform. He just starts to perform like I got nothing but love for you, baby. Got nothing but love for you, baby. I got nothing but love. But yeah, but they end up losing the first contest. Then they get noticed by their soon to be manager, Jimmy. Jimmy is real. Jimmy was impressed of the Five Heartbeats, the group. He really loves the song, and he like promised them like, yo, like I bet you if let me manage y'all, and I just let me manage y'all. Let me get y'all right. Like, and I promise you, like, if y'all don't win the next contest, I'll pay y'all like $100. So they they perform at another contest, and of course they lose. They lose, so Jimmy ends up like paying the guys $100, and then so now Jimmy really loves the boys. Jimmy really loves the group. So they took the group under his wing, under his arm, um, groomed them. So they like work on their choreography. So they get a new choreographer. I forgot the old guy's name, but Yo, Dresser was pissed because Dresser was the choreographer. He's like, man, who this old ass dude, old ass guy? I'm like, man, like, yo, the dude was like, man, I'll mop the floor off of you, like, young blood, like, I'm off the floor with you. So yeah, so they work on their steps, they work on their moves, so they get ready for the next like competition. They get ready for their next competition. So then I think they were like practicing and one of the characters named Bird, they were like they were like checking out the competition. It's like who's that group? Like who's that group? It's we like like they might have a chance. Like they might have a chance. Like so they work on a plan to like sabotage the group's like performance at the next competition. Like like yo, go grab cookie. Like go grab cookie. Like excuse me. So yeah, so the next competition, the next contest, it was like in house. Like it was like an in house. Um so it was like home advantage because it was home advantage. Of course, Bird starts in the Midnight Falcons. Bird in the Midnight Falcons. Yo, these 1960s like group names be wild. Like they be have like the most wild names. Yo, my name is Oscars. These are the Steppers. Yo, my name is Oscar, and these are the Steppers. My name is David. What's his name? My name is my name is David. My name is David Ruffin, and these are the Temptations. Yo, my name is David Ruffin, and these are the Temptations. But no, seriously. But at the contest, um, Bird was performing, so everyone was like screaming for Bird in the Midnight Falcons, and now it's finally the Five Heartbeats turn to like perform, and then there was like okay, they're like whoever like owned the venue, there was like, yo, we're not going to use Donald as to play the piano. We have our own pianist. It's like, yo, like what's going on? So, yo, they were just being shady. They were just being shady. So now the heartbeats, they're performing, and the crowd's like booing. The crowd was like booing them. They were booing them, and the manager was just like, man, they felt sorry for them. I'm like, yo, like the crowd was like booing them. Then you can see Duck was like half-assing like performing, and JT was like, yo, what's wrong, Donald? Like you're not doing the steps. It's like Donald was like, man, it's my music. It's like my music. You can see Donald. He's like taking control of his destiny. So Duck, he like walks up to this fake ass pianist, and he like push him. He push him, and hey, you see Duck, he was just at the piano doing this thing. Like, yo, let's turn it up. Like, let's turn it up. Then you can see, then you can see um Eddie Kane. Eddie Kane, he grabs a mic. Hey, he grabs a mic, and he was like, ah, ah, it's for this love. It's for this love. It's a heart. It's a heart in the house tonight. Stand up, stand up. Yeah. Hey, Eddie stole the show. Eddie was like, Duck, Duck, let's do it. Let's do it how we do it at the tunnel. Like it's for the love. It's more than enough. So the crowd was like amazed. The crowd was like amazed. They were like cheering for him. They're like a whole 360 just changed. Like they were like throwing tomatoes at Choir Boy. Choir Boy was gone. He 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 was hiding off stage. Then like you could see the crowd did like a whole like 360. Like they went from booing to like cheering, and then you could see Shorty in the audience, the crowd. She was just like she was like yes. She like follow love. She was like can't control herself. She was like she can't control herself. But yeah, so I think they end up winning. They end up winning. Then they like meet. They meet Big Red. We'll talk more about Big Red in just a minute. But Big Red is just he was the Suge Knight before Suge Knight. Big Red, which is this snake. He's the owner of like Big Red Records. But he was just known as a shady guy. He was just a shady guy. But he ended up like signing the Five Heartbeats. He ended up signing the Five Heartbeats, and now the group is on cloud nine. The group is on cloud nine. So Five Heartbeats, they just it's just a movie based on like popular acts. They have like this, just a story that of what like other musical acts go through. Like they go through trials and tribulations. Like each each member has a story. Like you see Donald, he falls in love with this um one girl. The girl, I think the girl ends up at first. The girl has like a boyfriend or something. I haven't seen Five Heartbeats in a minute, but the girl, I think the girl has like wasn't like interested in Duck at first. Then um of course JT, he's a womanizer. He's a ladies man. Then Eddie King has a girlfriend named Baby Doll. And of course he's like he's a real good singer. He's a real good singer. And um his his dad, I think he was on drugs. His dad was on drugs or alcoholic or something, one of those two. And it's just sad because Eddie came home from the contest and he told his parents like, "Yo, we won, like we won." And his dad, he was like, "Man, you ain't gonna be shit because I was never shit." It's like I don't know why you doing this music thing. Then of course, then his mom, his mom was like, why you say that to the boy? It's like, why you say that to the boy? It's like I want him to have a life that I didn't have. Something like that. It was just sad. That scene was just sad. Then choir boy, his family doesn't approve of him singing because his dad was a preacher, and choir boy doesn't want to be choir boy doesn't want to go to church. He wants to do the singing. Then then we see Dresser ends up having a baby. Well, his girlfriend um is pregnant. His girlfriend is pregnant, and he's broke, and he's trying to like figure out like ends meet, how to make ends meet. And at first he got this like number from some guy of like it's like a number for like an abortion clinic, and you can see they're at this hotel. They're at this hotel, and Eddie like took the card and like crumpled it. Like, why you need that? Like, you say you love her, right? And so yeah, so this is like before the height of their like success. So yeah, so the Heartbeats they get signed to Big Red Records and they're like recording their song I Got Nothing But Love. They're like promoting the single and they're like promoting the single at first this is the 1960s, so they were like facing they were facing racism. They were facing racism. So from what I remember, from what I remember correctly, like back then, this is the 60s. They had like not LPs. I think it's called LPs. But yeah, they're like the cover art shows like five like white guys, white men, um white people on the cover. But it's really five black people that's singing, so they gotta find a way to like promote it. And you can see um the Heartbeats they're pissed because they're not on the album cover. Like they're not on the album cover, so they're like you can see Duck he threw the the artwork. He threw it. They're pissed. Then then I believe at the middle of the movie, towards the middle of the movie, they get like stopped by the police, and of course this is like they're like touring down south, so they get stopped, and you see the racist cops. They don't believe that they're singers, and they're like, "How do I know y'all guys sing? Like, why don't y'all sing something?" Then all the members look at the cops like, "Really? Like, really?" So Dresser, he was the first one to sing. He was like, "I got nothing but love for you, baby." Then each one of them starts just repeating, singing like, "I got nothing but love for you, baby." So like the whole car ride home, like this is at nighttime. They just rode in the car, they're just silent, and so yeah. So now we get in the middle of the movie. We're in the middle of the movie. They start having like success of their song. Then this is like one of my favorite parts of the movie. They're like they're like performing, and you know JT and Doug, they have like this brotherly like love and hate relationship. You can see no, not JT. Doug was like pissed for some reason. Doug was just pissed at JT. Like they're like performing like doom 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 doom. And you know those R&B acts, the R&B groups, they got to hit that little slide. Yeah, but yeah, they're like, but nah, JT and there's like tension between JT and Duck. There's like tension between JT and Duck. Duck was like, "Man, I'm sick of your shit, JT. Like, I'm tired. I'm tired of sleeping in the car. I'm tired of you wearing my stuff. Like, I'm tired of you wearing my cologne." Just a petty shit, bro. Just a petty sibling tension. They're just like performing, and they're just having an argument, a petty argument, and then they just like fight. They fought, and they fought during the mid perform mid mid performance. So, but they use that as their advantage. Then they use that as like their what you call it their the choreography, like their dance routine. They're like, not like this. I wish that raindrop will fall. Let it rain, let it rain, rain, rain. Not like this. I wish that raindrops will fall. Oh, yeah. Yeah, but but yeah. So the group, they're starting to like have like number one R&B hit song. Like the group starting to have like number one R&B hits. They're starting to have like number one hits. They start like the fame starting to like get to them, especially towards Eddie King. Eddie King, like Eddie King, he fell into temptation real hard. He started to like get into drugs and alcohol real bad. So we see Eddie. Eddie's like hooked on coke. He's hooked on coke and alcohol, and he's like high and drunk at this hotel. And the group was like trying to wake him up, like, "Yo, Eddie, like, what is this shit? Like, what is this shit? Like, what?" And you could hear like Duck. Duck was like real concerned, like, "Yo, like Eddie King, like Eddie, like where's baby doll? Like, yo, just be, here's Eddie, like, yo, just because a brother has one, maybe one or two drinks, he I can't even say just because a brother has one, maybe two drinks, he's an alcoholic now." But yeah, Jay, no, Eddie just he got addicted to drugs real bad. Then one of my favorite, no, actually one of my favorite scenes when is he came to the hotel like, no, it wasn't the hotel. Yeah, it was the hotel. Yeah, he came to the hotel like high and drunk. Then Flash, Flash. I'll talk about that character later, but Flash. Well, he goes up to Flash. It's like you. I can smell. I can smell. He said I can see you. He said I can see you like glass. He said I can see you like glass. Like you want my spot, J? Not JT. He said you want my spot, Flash. Hmm. But I did it. I did that skit. I did that skit. So go check out my 5 heartbeat skit. But anyway, yeah, Eddie King, caught on to Flash's like um, snakiness first. But I'll talk about Flash later. But yeah, that was like one of my favorite scenes on 5 heartbeats. But yeah, Eddie King, man, he just drugs got to him, man. So just like David Ruffin and Temptations, that was Eddie King. Every group has that one person that falls hard on drugs and alcohol, and it's just sad. So he ends up getting like kicked out the group eventually. But then, so yeah, so the group the group is like having major success. Then at this party, we see Big Red, and Big Red and Bird. So at the beginning, I said Big Red is just this snake. He's just a snake. He's just that Suge. He's the Suge Knight of Suge Knight. So Bird was at this party, and he goes up to Big Red. He goes up to Big Red and to confront him about his royalties, pretty much his money. He's like, "Yo, Big Red, I want to talk to you." And Big Red, he's like having a conversation. He's like telling jokes. He said, "Yo, Big Red, I want to talk to you about my royalties." He's like, Big Red was like, "My," he was like, "My hours are from 9 to 5 and Bird was like, "Man, fuck your hours, motherfucker. I want to talk to you right now." Then that whole scene got intense. That whole scene got intense, and Big Red just beat up Bird, and he like grabbed Bird and like almost threw him out the window. And yeah, so the group they're still like having hits, and then like um what's his name? Eddie King. Eddie King was not feeling the manager. Eddie King was not feeling the manager, and he went up to like Big Red, and Big Red was not like feeling. No, Big Red was not. No, Jimmy was not feeling Big Red because they used to have business back in the day. Then Big Red. I mean Jimmy was like, man, you're still the same old Big Red, and Big Red was like plotting on Jimmy's wife. But yeah, so then Eddie King and not Jimmy, Eddie King and Big Red, they like had something lined up, but Eddie King didn't know he was going to like get Jimmy killed. No. Yeah. So Jimmy like no. Big Red like put a hit on Jimmy. Jimmy gets like killed. Jimmy gets killed by a car accident, set up by Big Red. But then, yeah, so they're at the funeral. Big Red was just snakes. Big Red was a snake. He showed up at that funeral like all nonchalant, like yo, like I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. Like yo, you set that up. You set that up. Then we find out that Big Red, the group, they find out that Big Red was a snake. Then Dresser, he found out that Eddie was in the plan of like of Jimmy's murder caused by Big Red, but Eddie didn't know. Eddie didn't know. So then Eddie Kane, he like quit the group because he felt ashamed. So he's like drugged up. He continues to do drugs. Then we're at the 70s. We're at the 70s, and the group still like making hits. You know, the sound of the music changed, and then Flash took Eddie King's spot, so he's now the lead singer, and there's tension between JT and Flash. JT wasn't feeling Flash at all. JT wasn't feeling Flash at all because he's just a snake as well. He's just a snake as well. He's just waiting for his come up. He's just waiting for his come up. Then we're like at the end of the movie kind of, and we see my boy Eddie Kane. He's not with the times, and he's like strung out on drugs, and he's trying to like get back with the group, and the group just sees him at his all time low. And like, man, it's like that's like the most saddest like scene of the movie. And Choir Boy was the only one that like gave um Eddie his number, and the rest of the group just like turned their back on him. But yeah, just like with any group, just that one person just falls into temptation. And we're at the end of the movie. We're at the end of the movie. Then no, not Baby Doll. The girl that Duck falls in love with. I mean, the girl that Duck um has a thing for comes back in the picture, but they like end up getting engaged. Then um JT, he doesn't approve of it because they used to have a thing for each other. It's like, yo, like you gotta tell Duck the truth because you don't love him like you love me, like you love me. Like that's sad because that was his brother. That was his brother. Like yo, that's your own blood, man. Like yo, like JT, yo, yeah, JT was cared about himself. JT cared about himself. So, but Duck, he had like suspicion that no, he not suspicion Duck had like he thought Choir Boy got with his girl or something like that because he seen Choir Boy like hug this girl. He seen Choir Boy hug this girl. Yeah, what up? What up? What up? But no. But yeah, yeah, we seen Duck. Seen Duck he seen Duck hug this girl. His fiance, like, yo. So he gotta get some proof. Like he went up to like dress her. He went up to dress her like, yo, I think Choir Boy's like trying to steal my girl. Trying to steal my girl, but dresser like, man, come on, man, that's Choir Boy, man. That's Choir Boy. Like, yeah, like, do you got proof? You're like, nah, but I'm gonna get some proof. So it's like storming outside. They're at so Duck is at this hotel and it's storming. It's raining real hard, and he goes up to the he goes to the hotel where his girl was staying at, and one of the bellboys, I think that's what it's called, the bellboys. He recognized Duck, like, yo, Duck from the five heartbeats. Duck from the five heartbeats. Like, yo, can I get an autograph? So he proceeds to say, man, two heartbeats in one night. Like, yo, I can't believe it. He was like, man, I ran into your brother. Like your brother's in the hotel. So Duck put two and two together. Yo, you could see the hurt. You could feel the hurt from Duck. Like, yo, my brother. Like, damn. So we fast forward the next night. Fast forward the next night, and they're at this like award ceremony. They got a gold record. They got a gold record. And Flash gets the award. Flash gets the award. He was like, man, this is a sad night. This is a bit of a sweet moment. I'm I'm announcing um my leave from the group. Like I'm leaving the group. Yo, Flash was a snake. Yo, Flash was a snake. But yeah, yo, he said, man, I'm up. My album's coming out in 2 weeks. Like, yo, my man was plotting his success. My man was like plotting. He was like, man, he used them. He used them heartbeats, man. Like he said, yo, my album's coming out in 2 weeks. He's a Flash, Lonely at the Top, coming out in stores in 2 weeks. Like damn. Then finally, it's Duck's turn. He's on stage. Like man, I'm on my way to becoming a successful writer, and um, I want to thank two people in general because he's still hurt. He's still pissed. He's still hurt. He's like, I want to thank my fiance. I want to thank my big brother. Like he said, man, my brother, the same selfish motherfucker that I knew since we were kids. You can see the audience like, whoa, whoa, they're shocked. They're shocked. Then um, JT he gets up. JT gets up. He's like, man, like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Like, man, I hope I get my record deal just like Flash because today's my last day as a Heartbeat 2. I'm like, man, yeah. So that was like the end of like the Five Heartbeat story, like their musical career there. So that was the end of the Heartbeat. So the the Heartbeats they broke up. So then movie flash forwards back to 1990. I think it was like end of the 80s, like end of like 89 or 90 or something like that. So it flashed back to Duck being on the beach, and he's at home now. He gets a postcard from Choir Boy. He's like, man, like I miss you. Come to the church. I got a special treat. So so Duck goes to the church. We see Choir Boy. Um he leads the choir. Then we see um Eddie Kang. Eddie Kang he he sings at the choir now. He's like clean. He's clean. He's been clean for a minute. So now at the end of the movie, they're at a picnic. They're at a picnic, and it's been like a decade. It's been a decade since um, Duck and JT seen each other. So they like reunite. Like man, at first they like stared at each other like yo. Then they like hug. They apologize like man, I'm sorry. So so yeah, so now they back back again. They reunite. So the heartbeats reunite, and they sing like their classic hits. Then you know the kids. JT has kids now, and he's like married, and his kids they watch like music video from Flash, and JT took that remote from that kid quick. Like man, turn this shit off. Like we ain't watching Flash in, at this household. So the heartbeats they reunite. They like do their classic hits. So yeah, so that's the five heartbeats. That's the movie. Before I talk more about the five heartbeats, the movie, what I think about it, make sure y'all go subscribe to my YouTube channel right now. That's GQ Jamal. Hit that notification bell. Check out all of my work. It's my first time like reviewing a Robert Townsend movie. So check out all of my work. Check out all of my content. Drop some comments. Show some love. I really appreciate it if you do. Now, the Five Heartbeats. This movie came out in 1991. Robert Townsend and Keenan Ivory Wayans wrote. They wrote the movie. So yeah, like I said, man, Five Heartbeats. You cannot go wrong with this movie. I think it's a great movie to watch. Um, it became a cult classic. From what I researched, it didn't do well in the box office, of course, but it became a cult classic. It became a cult classic, and I thought this was an actual group because those songs were hit. Those songs are hit. Like I got nothing but love for you, baby. Those every now and then I be catching myself I be catching myself singing like I got nothing but love. But yeah, those songs were a hit, but they were like a fictional group though. I didn't know till like a few like years later, like they're a fictional group, and Robert Townsend did a great job just like creating these characters. Like I'll give him that. This is to me, this is like Robert Townsend's like best work. Of course, he did a good job in Meteor Man, but this is like when you think of Robert Townsend, I think of the Five Heartbeats. I think of that. But but yeah, I think it covered. Um, I think this movie had a great storyline. The actors, did really well. Like Leon was that guy. Like he doesn't. He's like an amazing actor. He was like an amazing actor in the '90s. But I don't think there's like any slow moments like during this film. Like one of my favorite characters is Choir Boy. So, like Choir Boy, go to church. Go to church, Choir Boy. Go to church. But yeah, um, if you can like compare each character from like the Temptations, like you can compare Otis Williams to Duck. You can compare David Ruffin to Eddie Kane, Blue Dresser, um, um, not Paul, but I forgot the other Jew's name. I forgot the other Jew's name, but you can compare him to like Choir Boy. But yeah, but Five Heartbeats has like great characters. There's not like a slow moment in this, like a slow moment in this movie. I believe anybody can like this movie, and if I had to give it a rating, if I had to give it a rating, I would give it like 8.5, a 9 out of 10. And like I said, Robert Townsend and Keenen Ivory Wayans, they did a great job writing this film. And thank you for making it a cult classic. I, and like I say, you can't never go wrong with watching the Five Heartbeats. Um, I know it was not like a big box office hit, but it played a lot on BET, so it's a cult classic. So can't go wrong with watching the Five Heartbeats. And if you remember the Five Heartbeats, just drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the film. Who's your favorite member from the Five Heartbeats? What do you think about the film? Just drop a comment down below. Let's get it. That's all I have to say about the film. Um, but yeah, um, if you um watch the whole video, if you watch the whole video, I just want to say thank you again for tuning in by watching this video. I really appreciate it a lot. Yo, make sure y'all go subscribe to my YouTube channel right now. That's GQ Jamal. Hit that notification bell. Check out all of my work. Check out all of my content. Check out just everything from me. Just everything from me. Just drop a comment. Drop a comment. Show some love. I really appreciate it. If you do, if you have any shows, movies, cartoons, you would like me, GQ Jamal, to review, talk about, roast, whatever. Drop a comment down below. A closed mouth do not get fed if you do not comment. So drop the comments. Is that simple? Is that easy? Like what are you doing? But anyway, I'm about to hop off this live. More content is coming for me in the future. Thank you again for everyone who just drop in, show some love, drops comments on my videos. Thank you everyone who just watches my videos. I really appreciate it a lot. Now I'm about to hop off this live. This is another episode of GQTV, and I am your host, yours truly, the one and only, your girlfriend's favorite YouTuber himself. I am the man, 100 grand, GQ Jamal. Until next time, everyone, peace.
How you living? What? How you living? What? How you living? What? In living color.